Yeah.
Hi, everyone. Can you guys hear me? Hello.
Yes, yes, we can.
Yes,
Okay,
we can hear you.
Okay, so we have a hybrid group. You have some of you are here in the computer and some of you are in the room. You can see them. So I'm gonna be sharing my screen for people who is here in the office. You're gonna see everything that I'm doing in that screen. So it's gonna be a little confusing because I'm gonna be facing this way, but I'll be here. Will we go through it? And please, if anyone has questions as I go, please let me know. And yeah, it's gonna be a little bit of a long meeting. I'm gonna try to keep it under an hour, but it's a lot of info. So grab your notepads. You don't have to open your computers if you don't want to. It's better if you take
I know.
like pay attention and write notes. And if after the meeting you have questions, please send me an email and I'll be more than happy to reply to all of you. The only thing I'm gonna need is Anila. So give me one second. Oh, it's okay. I got it. No worries. I'm gonna use your passwords just to set up your sync so I can show them. I think you know. No, I can. I'm gonna need your MLS passwords and things. So okay. Okay. And then your one login password too. So I'm gonna set you up. Okay. So but it has to be your not your admin password. Your
It's the same.
it's the same. It's not the same profile though.
Same.
Is
I
it?
only have one.
Are you sure? Okay. Okay. Let's just give me 1 second while Anila signs it. Signing on your login in this one, please.
Let me make sure. we get the password.
Oh, sorry. Where's the
Question on that, Chris. Like, I have never heard of, and maybe you have.
Alrighty. So what I'm gonna, yep. I think it's recording right now. Let me just sign in and I'll get to you guys. No, wait, hold on. Oh, there you go. That's your password. Alrighty. Alrighty. So now for the people that is in the chat, in the Zoom, let me know if you can see my screen. Thumbs up if you can see my screen, or like yell if you can see
Yes.
it.
Yes.
Perfect. So, okay, now I'm gonna start. So welcome everyone. For those who don't know me, which I don't think I see 1, 2 new faces. I'm Majo. I'm the person in the back. Hi, replying to your emails when it comes to marketing. Right now I'm working remotely and like as a part-time, but I used to be in that office that is right next to Anila. So today I'm gonna be doing a CINC, or how is it called now, OneSuite meeting. I'm gonna teach you how to set up, like change your bio, change your basic information on the profile, as well as to do the first setup on your website, meaning how to personalize your homepage, and like the basic things to have a website up and running. Each one of you gets a website when you sign in. So I think that's one of the biggest things. I have Rich here, and Rich wants to say something before I start. So I'm gonna pass it on to him just for 1 second. And yeah.
Are we on? Oh, we're on. Oh, boy, we're doing. Okay, I'm gonna sit here.
Okay, oh, wow, low. Okay, everybody, so, first of all, thanks for coming out. And I just wanted to provide some context and motivation here. Has anyone heard of the 2% rule? 2% rule in real estate. Only 2% of people who express any interest in real estate are actually ready to conduct at any given moment, right? That's why Zillow leads are so expensive. And most of those people aren't willing to conduct business. That's, you spend time chasing. It is, there's a woman named Patty Sampson. She bills herself as queen of follow-up. Her saying is there's not a shortage of leads. There is a poor system of follow-up. That's what this is about. So if you are here today, you are trying to get your follow-up. You need to get people in your CRM. I suck at this myself. I've gotten better. I can't tell you how much business I've lost over the years for not doing this, but it is part of my mantra over the last year. Get people in, and you need a drip campaigns, various drip campaigns that last at least 6 months to a year for every person. Not just a week, not 2 weeks, but 6 months to a year. Texting, emails, and then reminding yourself to just call or text them directly yourself. This is the pipeline to getting steady business, because once you start getting every contact you meet into your CRM and actively using it, I think you'll really see the difference 4 to 6 months down the road. So that's all I have to say. I just want to congratulate you for showing up, because that's usually like 80% of the battle. And now I will let the brain trust, who actually knows how this system works, talk. So thank you for coming in. That's all I wanted to share.
All right, perfect. So it's gonna be a lot, but I promise I'm gonna try to make it nice and easy. Again, like I talk fast and I'm known for this. So if you guys see if I'm going on a ramble and I'm like going too fast, please let me know. And okay, let's get started. So we're gonna work on CINC or OneSuite. For those who like work on CINC before, it's the same thing. They just did rebranding. The only thing they changed was the colors and a little bit of the name. So I'm gonna start. So to access your CINC, you're gonna use your one login. For those who don't know how to get to your one login, the link is realty1group.onelogin.com. If that is such a long name and you don't remember how to do it, you can always go to Rock Future Center, which is our agent tool website. And then here at the top, you will be able to see the one login link. So once you click on it, it's gonna take you directly to it, right? And now we just dive in. I'm gonna click on the tab that it says one login. If by any reason you don't see your one login here, your OneSuite here, you just can type it here, OneSuite, and it's gonna come up. Alrighty. We are logged in, as you can see. Let me see if I can just shorten this up. Okay, and I'm just gonna put this away so I can see the screen. There you go. So this is how it looks. This is your back end. This includes your CMA, your CRM, and everything else that is in between, including your website editor, your contact management, your drip campaigns. All of that comes from here. So that's the first page you see. So we're gonna start from like the basics, is like how to set up your profile when you start with your website, to the most complex things that are your drip campaigns and creating your own content on this platform. First things first, how do you know that you're in the right place? Because you see your little picture here. We're gonna be using Anila's profile. Is it right here in this upper corner? Is the little picture right there? So when you click on it, it says profile. So I'm gonna click on it. And a form like this is gonna come up. You're gonna see there's a few fields that are grayed out. Only the managers can change this one. So if by any reason you see your content not being reflected, like your name isn't right, like your email address isn't right, or you change your email address, your phone number, anything like that, please let me know. Yes? Did someone say something? No? Okay.
Really quick. All you did was click on your picture.
All I did was click on our picture right here and go to profile.
Okay.
And then this pop-up is gonna come up in a second now. Oh, there you go. When you scroll down, the next thing you're gonna see is your headshot. Really quick, most of you already have it set up because when Leila and I help you guys set up when you just join, we upload these things for you. But if in the future you get a new headshot or you get a new, I don't know, you wanna change it for something else, like your logo or something like that, this is where you're gonna come. You're just gonna click in the upload photo and search for the file on your computer. The conditions are really simple. It has to be a picture format, meaning JPEG or PNG, and it can be larger than 3 megabytes. If by any reason you have a headshot that is above those items, please send them to us. We can resize it and help you put it up there. Always, please remember, your license has to be displayed as a California realtor. So if you see your license, I like to have the DRE number in front of your license and always have this display license number check mark on yes. You can also add your title. Some of you are broker associate, some of you are salesperson or realtor. So I like to have the realtor here. And then the next thing that you're gonna see is your bio. Your bio is gonna be reflected on your website. So it's gonna be a little space in your homepage that says about me. That's where your bio is gonna be. And to add your bio, it's really easy. You're just gonna click on edit, wait for this thing to load, and you're just gonna start writing like it's a Word document. Hello, my name is Emila. There you go. So it's like a Word document. If you want to be a little bit more complex and you want to use a code source, some of you might be familiar with it, you can create your code source and add it to here in the corner. You say source, and this is like HTML, basic HTML. So I'm going to show you. I have a few pre-made ones. Oops. I have a few pre-made ones that we are more than happy to share with you. And these ones help you to keep your website organized. So you see these little dotted lines. Tick, 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 tick. That's something that you can use to create a template on your website. And I'm going to show you how it looks like. So we're going to name this about vanilla. And we can change this text and just be like insert your bio here. Oops, that's not how you spell insert, but you know what I mean. Here, blah, blah. One of the biggest things when you're working with these codes, if you are working with them and if you want to use the templates that we have created, is that please don't select and backspace because that's going to delete the entire thing. Oh, someone has me on echo. Let me see. There you go. So that's one of the biggest things. So if you're going to use the source code, please don't select and backspace because that's going to just delete it completely. The best thing you can do is actually clicking on the text, double clicking on top of the word, and then editing right away from there. I'm going to save it like this crazy thing so you guys can see how this is going to reflect on your website. And right now I'm just going to click OK. Every time we create something that includes adding text or format to any section of your website, we always going to come here and click save. And then click save and close if we want to get out of this pop-up. The reason why it has two saves, one of them is to make sure your content is being saved on your local computer. And the save and close means all that information is going to be pushed up to the network, meaning it's going to go up to the server and it's going to be reflected on your website. It has happened in the past. People is like, I made so many changes and I can see them. And I'm like, did you save and close? And they're like, no. And I'm like, well, that's what the problem is at, because the save button only works to creating a file on your computer that is a ghost file. So that's a lot of computer science, but like the way it works is like it's creating a temporary file on your computer, saving all the information you're adding, and then once you click on it, it's just gonna send it up to the server. So always remember, save and then save and close.
So double files.
Double times, always a double times. Never get out of your sync or your OneSuite without saving. You will lose all the content. I promise you, I've done it before. I forget, I go to lunch and I come back and the thing refresh and I have to start again. So it is sensitive. It doesn't like to be left alone, kind of needy. So please make sure you save and then save and close. Next, other things you can do here, there's a lot of like content you can add. You can synchronize your contacts with your Gmail, Outlook, and I think Yahoo, if I'm not wrong. So you can just select here, I think it's Office. You can select here and add them here. It's recommended when you have a lot of contacts on your email and you don't want to take the time to just download the entire CSV file, upload it, organize them again. So you can just simply synchronize everything and have it working as one. As well, it works as when you get a new lead through your website, it's gonna go straight to your email kind of like server. So that's something that is nice to have. It only takes a few seconds. So if you wanna work on that one, you can just do it on your own. It has like a step-by-step and you won't have any trouble doing it. Other things that you're gonna see, you might see here your birthday and anniversary. Those two are for Office only. No one will see them, only Anila, Leila, and I will see it because that's how we send you those like little postcards for your birthday or for your anniversary with us. So please don't change them, please don't delete them. You're gonna see maybe the dates don't match because I'm pretty sure Anila didn't born last year or 2 years ago. So please don't delete them. And the next thing I see is your preferred languages. Hold on. Sorry. So if you speak more than one language, we have a pretty good amount of languages here. I know there's a few of them that aren't listed. We have been talking in the past with CINC. So if you have a language that isn't listed here and you want to have it on your website, please let me know. I can talk to our support team. It is not immediate, but they will have it in the next rollout and then we'll add it to it. Anila, how many languages you speak? 3. Which ones are it? And what? I can. What?
English, Urdu.
And Punjabi. Here they are. There you go. So we have all her languages. And since I made a new change, remember, always click save. Each section you edit on your like contact information, please save it. And the last, one of the few last things I'm gonna show you on your basic contact information setup is your email signature. So there is 2 ways to have it. You can have it like Anila's right now, that is an interactive email signature. If you need this one, please contact us. I will more than happy help you to set it up because you need to use source code to get it this way. But you can also have it like this, and then you can just add your email signature and then whatever you want to say. It works exactly like Word.
You're emailing from the zero.
Yeah, exactly. Anything you're sending out of here is gonna come on this. Always remember to add all your information, right? You can have it as simple as the top part of this, or you can have it complex like this one. It has your picture, it has links that you can use. One of the biggest thing on this one is that I think is really awesome is that you can use this email signature and bring it over to your Gmail or to your Outlook. I think the only email I cannot use this email signature is if you email directly from your app on your iCloud. They don't have the ability to send emails out of using this format. So if you're using the Apple Mail icon on your computer, I won't be able to help you set up an email signature like this one. If you're using Google or any other service, I'm pretty sure I will be able to help you. I won't go into much detail on it because it has a lot of HTML coding on the back. You can see all of this. So if you want to do this, I will be more than happy to help you set it up. I'll get there. As part of my section number 3. So when we go to the contacts, it's kind of like connected to your drip campaign. So I'm gonna get there in a few minutes. Alrighty, so if you already have this and then you wanna just bring it to your website, I'm sorry, to your email server, you're just gonna copy the entire thing, Command C or copy if you have it here, and then just bring it to your, I'm just gonna use Layla's as a sample. Just gonna come to your Gmail, for example, go to see all settings, and then scroll down to your email signature and paste. You can see Layla already has hers pasted here. Once you have it there, make sure your signature is being sent now and click save. That's all what you have to do. Once again, if you have issues setting up your email signature, there's two options. The first one, you email me and I help you out. The second one, if you think you can be proactive and watch the little video, I have it here on our office assets under video tutorials. You're gonna see here. This four have the email signature set up, so you can see them from there. Alrighty, let me go back to. Oh, you guys are seeing it? I don't know if you're seeing it. Yes, you are. How do I import it? Okay. Sorry, I have to be multitasking with the chat. Okay. If you make any changes, the only thing you're gonna do is click OK, and then once again save. Every time you change something. There's a few more items that you can select in the bottom. You can decide if you want to display the office phone in your website, if you want to display the agent phone in your website or not. I will say yes, because I mean, we want to be cool and sell houses or buy houses with your clients. So we always want to have our web, not only our email, but also our phone number. And then the personal info section that is here in the bottom is if you have any additional courses that you have taken in the past to add on into your realtor license, you can select here. They have a pretty good amount of them. So if you see something that is missing, please let me know. And once again, I will contact our people at CINC and ask them to add them in the next rollout. And then the last thing you're gonna see is your social media. These ones are gonna create interactive or like hyperlinks that you can click on it and gonna take you to your social media. So if you're a very active agent in social media, which I always recommend you should be, you're just gonna copy and paste your link and add it here, and this is gonna create icons for your social media. Alrighty, and then once we're done doing all of this setup and we're happy with the way all our information is displaying, we're gonna click one last time save. Ready, and save and close. So next thing I'm gonna show you is our website. So you see everything that I added onto her profile is being brought here. So it has her languages, it has her title, it has her license, of course her name, her mobile phone number, and all her picture is showing up here. And then here is the bio. Remember I say you're gonna see her bio added here. So insert bio here, blah, blah, blah. All of those things I added, this is where they're gonna come up. And I promise I will edit it at the end. And you won't have insert bio here, blah, blah, blah. And then the next thing you're gonna see, if you keep scrolling down, is like your clients can come in and they can subscribe themselves to market reports, or they can see market reports by themselves if they want to. And the last section is your featured listings. This means it's gonna show all the listings from my office, but your listings, like the ones you are the primary agent, are gonna come up in the front. So it always looks like you're busy. It always looks like you have a lot of opportunities. And all of these ones are your office listings. And then as well, your sole properties. One big disclaimer with this, I won't be able to add any listings that are older than 2-year calendar. So if you need to add listings that are older than that, unfortunately, I have no chance to do it. The only thing I can do, if you see any listings that aren't populating, or like they're younger than 2 years, you can send us the MLS ID number for that listing, and I can add it manually, or you can do it yourself, and I'll teach you how in a second. So I'm gonna go up. How do you know you're editing your website? It's very easy, because your website is greeting you. So in this case, it says, hi, Anila. in that voice. Every time you come in, it's gonna say it in that voice, I promise. And then you're gonna click on it, and then it has all the different sections here, so you can edit it. As well, you're gonna see 3 dots here. This is all of the other things that you can do on your website. So I'm gonna start from the right, and then I'm gonna move to the left. I'm gonna stop. Anyone has questions? Talk now. No questions? I know I talk fast.
You are so fast.
I am on steroids. Sorry.
The thing is, we're recording this.
Yes, we are. And also, like, if you write your questions down and you email me like, hey, Majo, I don't know what you were talking about since the minute now, I will be able to help you out. It's pretty simple. The more you do it, the more easier it gets. All the forms are the same. Everything it's done the same way. So you won't have any issues. Like, after you practice maybe 1 or 2 times, it is pretty self-explanatory, but I'm here to help you. So
I do want to mention that there is all the information on One University. If you type in One Suite, they have all the training.
Yeah.
materials, everything there.
yeah, so if you want to
And
be,
they will be rolling out an update, so there'll be more.
yeah, if you want to be very like self-taught and you want to watch videos, you're going to grab some popcorn and cookies. We do have in the One University all the videos and all the different webinars Corp has done on this program. So we have the ones I have done. Those are under your Rock Future Center website. But we also have all the ones that corporate has done for you guys. Those are mostly done on the Wake Up to Win calls, or like they have rolled out different trainings and things like that. And as Anila was saying, we also have an upcoming rollout. So we will be seeing a little bit more like features that they're gonna add on. So we're gonna be taking that class, and eventually we'll be talking about it. Alrighty, let me. Yes, question.
And I don't know if I missed this, I apologize, but when we're the sync, the letters and email, what do you call it?
The drip campaigns.
The automatic messages that go out to our clients.
Yeah, the drip campaigns.
Thank you.
I haven't get there. That's my last section.
Oh, okay. All right.
No worries. The drip campaigns are one of the most complex ones, so I'm gonna take a few minutes in the end to actually go step by step. Some of you that already worked with me in the past have take the time to like dive in and create your own. So I'm gonna go step by step, and we're gonna do a small sample. And they're not that hard. They're just many steps on them. So we're gonna get on them at the end. Right now, we're gonna come back to the website. So the reason why I'm doing it this way is because you technically only have to set up your website one time. Meaning, when you put all your information in, maybe you change your bio 1, maybe 2 times a year at the most. Most of you haven't changed it since you started in real estate. That's okay. Same as your headshots. So all of those things are things you're just gonna use one time. And this one is something that you're just gonna be editing maybe once or twice as well, because it's just adding, like just setting up and customizing your website. As you can see, all your websites have already been set up. So you don't have to do anything for your website. If you type your domain, which the free domain you guys get is name, last name, .myrealty1group.com. That's your main login. And, and if you want to add your own custom domain, please contact me. I will help you out. So if you can see here, Anila has her own domain in the top. Let's see. So what I was gonna do? Okay, I'm gonna start with the right. Here, when I click Hi Anila, there's a few options, and I'm gonna go through all of them. Manage my featured listings is the first one. Remember, I say if you see a listing that you are part of the listing, maybe you are a secondary listing, maybe you're sharing that listing with someone, and that listing doesn't come up on your website, please make sure you come here. You just type your MLS number and you do search. Once you put it on, it's gonna come up here, and then you see this little X. If that listing wasn't added to Anila's website, it will have a little check mark, and you're gonna click on it, and you will get a little message just say that listing has been added to you. So Anila, would you be able to find me a random MLS number? I'll add it and I will take it off. So we can, no, someone's, doesn't matter who. Just searching like realtor.com or something, a random MLS, and I'll show them how it's gonna look like. When she does that, I'm gonna do this. So I always like to show here. See, this is the first option. You can choose your listings only, listings with photos, listings with my office listings, and listings and company listings. Company listings means everyone in Realty One Group. I like to do my office listings because we are very nice and we like to share, and we like our other agents to sell their listings as well. So if we represent,
Does it have to be through my MLS? Or does it-
no, just a random MLS number. Okay, so can we do one that's on your MLS though, like on your, without the BE?
So and that's what I was asking.
Yeah, sorry. Yes, sorry. What I was gonna say, yeah. So I like to share and I like to have my listing and my office listings on them. So it always looks like you guys are busy. And the most important here is instead of saying new listings first, I like to say my listings first. That's how, remember I say you will have your listing show up at the beginning of the list when you have active listings. And you will have a little message like this that says you change your sort option.
They're not separated, are they?
You can select, they won't display in 2 different categories, but you can select to display only your listings, which I won't recommend because you always want to look like you're very busy and you have a lot of opportunities available. I think so. Okay, let's try this out. Let me see if I can work this out. So be 818 74 761. So this is someone's listing. I don't know who. Ooh. I guess not. I guess. Okay, see, here is a listing that someone has. We are not the owners. And then if we like imagine Anila is sharing this listing with whoever is the person. I don't know who's the listing agent, but if she was listed,
You and Sai.
oh, that's a hard name for me. So I'm just gonna say this person is gonna share this listing with Anila, and then she's gonna want to display it on her website. The only thing she has to do is type the MLS number, click search, the listing is gonna come up. And then you see what I mean when I say you're gonna have a check mark. You're gonna click on this one. And this is gonna say this property has been added to your featured listings. And then I'm gonna do close. It's gonna refresh, and that's gonna be the first listing that is gonna come up because technically that listing is Anila. If you wanna remove a listing, you don't wanna, like that was a very hard client to work with, you just don't wanna advertise it or just simply wanna take it out of your website, the thing you're gonna do is click in this little X and the property is gonna be removed from your listings.
So I thought, so all featured listings are listings that are within our company.
Yours will come up first.
Okay.
And then just in case you don't have any, then that's what we-
So you just populated one from realtor.com, a random.
A random one to show you how to add on. Yes.
It could be from another brokerage.
It could be from our brokerage. It doesn't have an issue. Of course, don't advertise anything that you don't have permission on it, because we will get in trouble,
Oh, okay, so it's, so you have to ask.
of course.
Yeah.
Unless it's our office listings, but I will always, out of courtesy, ask your fellow agent, like, hey, can I advertise you? Like, they're all gonna be displayed, but if you wanna make some kind of advertising on that specific listing where you aren't the listing agent, then you wanna find buyers for that person, always let your fellow agent know, like, hey, I wanna advertise your listing. I wanna see if I can find some buyers because I don't know if that listing is on my market area, or I think I have a good chance to find you something for that listing. So if you wanna do that, just email your fellow agent. I don't think I ever heard anyone say like, no, I don't want you to sell my house. But like out of like basic courtesy, let's just let them know. They're all gonna be displayed on your website. Only ask if you're gonna be doing like actual advertising. Like you're gonna put it on your Facebook, you're gonna be sharing that link with people, things like that. Sending out postcards, things like that. So, but all your company listings, meaning everyone who is under future, all their listings are gonna be displayed on your website. You're always gonna be the point of contact. So if someone asks you about a listing that is on our company, you always, you know how it is. You're just gonna say, yes, this listing is on my company, but I will be more than happy to help you, guide you through the process. So that might be a lead you get. I'll give you this one back. All right, so I removed that one so we don't have any trouble with anyone, whoever broker was. The other option we have is your sole properties. It's blowing, there you go. So we can see here the sole property. So if by any, it works the same way. We like to do my recently sold first, and you're gonna see Anila sold this house, and if she has more listings that aren't showing on the website for any reason, and she wants to add it, it will be the same way that we did it before. She's just gonna type the MLS number, search, click on that little check mark, and it's gonna be added to your website. Remember, the only thing I cannot do is add all listings. So anything that is 2 years calendar from today, it won't be added like in the past. That makes sense? So it's January 2022. Anything older than January 2019 won't come up. Oh my God, 2020. Time is going by fast. Okay, 2020. And that's pretty much it on that side. The next thing you're gonna see is your website settings and layout. When we click on it, these are things that you might not be familiar with it. So all of these things, don't worry about it. Unless you know about Google Analytics, tracking and IDs and things like that, you can always add them here. If you have your Facebook Pixel ID, that's what you're gonna copy so it keeps tracking of your website, things like that. If you don't worry, don't stress out, you don't need it. And another thing you can do, and I never know what is in here, you see this little button that says change layout? So we have 4 different options to how your website is gonna look like. The basic one, which is the one that like you guys saw at the beginning when we sign in, which is this one. We have a second option that has your picture, kind of like a business card form in here, but it has a bigger picture for your homepage. Everything else is pretty much the same. The third option, which is my favorite, it has a big business card in the side where your picture is gonna be here, and all the information keeps the same, and your picture is gonna be here in like a little business card when you pass through pages. And the last one is a little bit more complex. If you're gonna use the last one, please let me know, I'll help you out, because you have to set up this photo. This is where your photo is gonna be at, and it has a very specific sizing so it can fit on the descriptions. So if you want to use this template, send me an email and I'll get in touch with you and we will set it up together.
So what about changing the background?
I'll get there in 1 second. I'm coming. So if you're not sure which one you like, right? Like you're like, I don't know, I'm hesitant. Maybe this is the one I like, but I want to see how it looks without changing my entire website. There's always this preview button. So you click on it and it shows us how it looks. And you can see pretty much all the edits in like a live view without changing anything on your website. Alrighty, I'm just gonna close it. So I like this one and I'm gonna select this one. It's as simple as that. It's already changed. You can see her picture is coming up here. And then I'm going to come back to here, the home banner. Okay, homepage. Now, I don't know if you noticed, but it changed here. Is where her bio is supposed to be at. Eventually we'll change it and we'll add a bigger banner, make sure these texts are larger. All of that is gonna be edited on that first page I show you, like that pop-up when you go and edit your bio. So anything that you're changing there is gonna reflect in here. That is the only way to change it. Okay, now we're gonna go to the left hand where it has these 3 dots. And this is where we're gonna change your banner, meaning this photo in your back here. Everyone in Realty One has the same picture, so I always recommend you to change it. And of course you don't, because I changed it for you.
Oh,
See.
How I change the phone number here, my Facebook on my cell phone shows my the company phone.
Okay, so if you want to change your cell phone or things like that, you go back to your profile and
I did change it.
you already changed it?
Yeah.
So close your session, meaning you're gonna click in here, hi Anila, or in that case, hi Khaled, and then you're gonna click here, clear website cache and log out. And that's gonna refresh your browser. And it's gonna display any changes you've done that are not displaying. Okay, give me 1 sec. How is my people? Oops. How's my people on Zoom doing? Are you guys good? Everyone is okay? Questions? Not yet. If you have questions about drug campaigns, I promise I will get there. I'm trying to go through this one as fast as I can so we can go in detail on that one. Leila, did it work? Okay, hold on. I'll be right back. My mask. What? So if you want to come back to edit again, you will have to open your website. I mean, if you want to, I'm not open the document. I will add the DRE number at the text in front of your license. So it's what you have to do. So go back to your disclosure number. Taking the picture. Your profile. And then
Just kind of go over it.
Oh, okay. So what happened is his phone number wasn't showing up on the right place. So it was showing the office number here in his cell phone number. So the easiest way to change it is you're just gonna come back. First thing first, I'm just gonna clear my website cache and log out because I made changes. Always when you do changes on your website, please click that button. That's gonna close your editor. See, it doesn't say hi Anila anymore. Close that page and go back to your profile. And then once you go back to your profile, imagine we wanted to change here her diary to have an extra space and maybe change her bio, as I said before, right? So I want to come here, set up, click on this and maybe make this a little larger because it was a little too small, right? And then click OK, save. So we made edits on her profile information and then save and close. The next thing you're gonna do is go back to your website editor to display those edits. But you're not gonna see them the first time you come back. See, it's missing here and this is still little. The reason is because all of the information is saved on that missing and that ghost file I told you guys at the beginning. So you're gonna come back to hi Anila, clear website cache and data or cache and logout, and that's when they're gonna display. See, now we have that extra space between here, the diary that we added.
What was the thing that you put down? So I could check?
What was it, what?
The thing that you just put down?
Clear website.
Clear website cache.
Website.
Clear website cache.
Yes.
That's all you have to
So
do
that
every
was
time.
mandatory.
That's mandatory. Every time you make edits on your website and you're done, yes, it is. Every time you make edits on your website and you're done working on it, always clip your website cache. It happens a lot of the times.
Say cash, then people don't.
Cache. It's called cache, by the way. But anyway,
What did
cache.
you click on to get there? And you click on it
Here.
before or after you saved the change?
After. This one says after. Always when you're done doing your edits. So you've been working on your website for a little while, and then I recommend every so often doing it. The reason is because it's not putting it up to the server, so we don't want to lose any information. We want to click on that button, maybe a certain amount of changes when you're finishing a session, something like that. I will always make sure we like save it, all our changes. And that's how we're gonna be able to see them display. Here in the corner, when it says, hi, Anila, or it's gonna say your name, you're gonna click on it and it's the second to last option. And then when we scroll down, we will see, remember how little this text was? Now we edited and now it's larger. Okay, now that's what we did. That's what I was showing Khaled. I know. Please interrupt me if you have questions. Don't let me go in a rumble. Next thing I was gonna show you is how to change your banner. So in these 3 dots in the corner, you see them here right next to this little bell. 3 little dots. You're gonna click on them and it says manage banner. There are different options for your banner. You wanna import them from library. Those are the pre-made ones by Realty One. So you can choose any of these ones if you like them. I'm just gonna choose a random one so you guys can see how they look. I like this one.
Oh, import from library.
All right, and then it says photo banner added. I'm gonna click close. And you're gonna give it a second. It's gonna charge, like reload the page, I think. Oh, maybe not. Hold on. Oh, here it is. You see it here, you can remove a banner. That's a new banner, like we changed it. That's option number 1. So you can use something that is pre-made. You're gonna click in import from library. There's other things you can do. You can click here when it says new, and it has 3 different options. The first one is just a simple image. You're gonna go on your computer, you're gonna browse for a file and you're gonna upload it. Big disclosure, it has to be a large, high quality banner, meaning all of these pixels have to be on it, meaning it's a very large image because it's gonna resize when you move your website. So that meaning if you're looking at your website on an iPad screen, which is this size, it's gonna shrink. But if you're gonna look on your website, and this big screen I have is a like this Mac, is gonna be larger. Where do you find images that are this high quality? This is my biggest suggestion. You're gonna go to pexels.com. Like pixels, but with E, pexels.
PE instead of PI?
Exactly, PE instead of PI, and then you're gonna just look for real estate. Oh, we're gonna do real estate. And then you can choose, these are free licensed images that you can use on your website.
So I just tried what you did and click image and then download there.
Hold on, give me 1 second, I have a question.
Well, okay. I had told me that back out. I didn't find it.
Okay, so Tisha's question is, does she added a new picture, but it didn't show right away? It's because you can add as many pictures as you want. They are like a gallery, so they're gonna transition by themselves. So you can have multiple ones. So you can choose also the order you want. So you can drag them around, and I'll show you that in a second, and add different ones. So they're always gonna be in display. My recommendation, don't add anything more than 5 pictures or 3 videos. No one is gonna be staring at your home banner for 20 minutes. We have attention span. We used to have an attention span of 6 seconds. Now it's down to 3, thanks to TikTok. So if you can look at something for more than 3 seconds, no one is gonna look for it. So if you're gonna add more than 5 pictures, no one is gonna see how many you have. So I'm gonna show you how to edit and how to add more images. Just give me 1 sec. I'm gonna go back to it. Anyway, so here is Pexels. Pexels is a free thing. You're just gonna click on it. Imagine you like this one. You're gonna come here, free download. Just allow. It's gonna save on your downloads. And you see this little caption here? That is the only thing they're asking you, because these people is trying to exposure their content. So they just wanna ask you to give them a little bit of credit. So you're gonna copy this text, go back to your website. Here, when you say title, I'm sorry, you're gonna paste it, and then you're gonna browse an image. Here it is, and then you're gonna click upload. You're gonna see the little bar, now it's uploaded, and then you're gonna click save.
Okay.
Now, we're gonna wait a second. So you see how now you're gonna see what I mean. So this is the picture that we select from the ones that are created from Realty One. This is the one that we just uploaded. So they transition by themselves. You don't have to do anything to make them transition. The next thing you can do is go back to Manage Banner and maybe choose which one you want first and which one you want second. See, you can change them around. Normally you can. I don't know how to do it. Well, you just drag them around. I swear you can drag them around. Other things you can do. On the same image option, you see this little text that says here, listing ID. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go to realtor.com. I'm gonna choose a random listing. Random listing. This one is cute. And I'm going to select their MLS number. Imagine this is Anila's listing. Anila, how do you find the MLS number? Property details. Nope, that's not where you're at. Property history? Nope. Oh, hello. Look, I'm gone for 3 weeks and I don't know how to use this anymore. How do I find the listing ID on this thing?
Oh, I'm at realtor.com.
Yeah.
I don't use it much, but should be on top.
You know what? Let's go to Zillow. I hate Zillow, but they make life so much easier. Okay, bye. And then let's look for a find. Okay, there you go. Yay. No, I don't know how.
No.
See more?
Do you need any MLS number? I can give you one.
But I need the picture too. That's the problem. Just give me 1 sec, I promise. I'm not going crazy. I just don't remember how to do it. How to find the MLS number on these things. They used to come in here. Okay, we're gonna look for one. Give me 1 sec. Weren't they supposed to be here?
I think if you go all the way to the bottom
All the
or
way to the
close
bottom,
to
all
the
the way.
bottom and get the listing agent's information.
No. See, no,
Okay,
no. Can you send me a link? Yeah, and then you have a MLS number. Okay, so we're gonna cheat on this one. Anila is gonna give me one because I don't remember how to get the MLS numbers from these guys anymore. I think they used to be here, so I'm not going crazy. I drop it to me. Okay. So Anila, drop me. That's a little picture. I need a big picture. That's why I needed a silo thing. What is the other page where you find things?
Okay, I can send you a picture.
Hold on. Let's see. San Ramon. Okay, let's give it one more try. Huh. Okay, I got this one from Rathib. So imagine Anila is the owner of this one. I have the MLS number. I've copied it here. And then I'm gonna go back to her website, go to the new banner, select the image option, copy the listing ID in here, copy the title, which in this case is gonna be the address of the house, right? Copy it here. And now supposedly I'm the owner of this house. So I have this picture saved on my computer, the large format that your photographer gives you. And then I'm gonna come here, browse image, look for it and upload it. So this might gonna be a very pixelated picture because we took it from the internet, but this is the most important part of it. So once I have the title, which is the address, the image, the large version of the image, I copy the listing ID, I click save. And now you see the picture comes up, but this is the best part. It comes here, the information of the picture of the listing, and I click on it, and it's a direct link to that property.
Oh,
So you can market your listings on your home banner.
on their banner.
Mm-hmm. Any questions? That was a lot of information. Sorry. I'll recap.
I just want to mention to everyone that
you will have a recording of this.
Okay.
But also, if you go to one university, there's videos of it broken down. So if you need it like for a specific reason only.
Topic.
Like, for example, I'm looking at some of the topics here in one university. And then we have like how to edit one website, how to use tasks in one thing, how to use the search feature. It's broken down into the bit, so it might be easier to take in all.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or you can always email me. Like, hey, Maho, I don't remember how to add my banner. Or I remember you say something about adding a video. Or I remember you say something about setting up my contacts. If you email me with the question you have, I will be able to guide you and like show you what to do. If your question is a little bit more complex, yes. And then we will get Leila jumping with us so she gets more and more used to solve your questions on CINC. Yeah, I have a chat thingy. Can you mark it? We have a question on the chat, so if I can mark, well, you guys can mark it, someone else's agent, someone else's listing with the agent permission on your home banner. Yes, if you have their permission, of course. You're always gonna show as marketer. I don't know if you guys saw it here. Let's wait for the thing to come up again. Give me one sec. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, here you are. So I click on it and it takes me to the page. You see, it says market by, because Anila is not the owner of this
Oh, I see.
listing.
Got it.
So she's gonna be, we're not inflicting any rules. We're not taking credit for something that isn't ours. Once again, I would highly recommend you just to get like at least acknowledge your agent that, hey, I'm gonna use this listing. Is it okay? But everything else is fine. Once you're done with that listing, or maybe it was a big sale and you want to always keep it on your home banner, you can always keep it there. Otherwise, once you're done with that listing and you're not advertising it anymore, you can go back to manage banner and just click here in the button that says remove. Remove, and then you're gonna click remove. And that's it. One of the things that I find most annoying, but at the same time most helpful of this website is that everything has a double check. So if you click delete something, it's always gonna ask you to confirm. The reason why we don't want to lose your work and then lose the time that we spend on editing something because we click the wrong button. So every time you save something, it's gonna give you a confirmation. Every time you delete something, it's gonna ask you if you really want to delete it. Let me check the chat again. Okay, there's Anila. Alrighty, so what else can we do here? We go back to manage banner. There's two more options you can have. You can add a video. This one is one of the hardest ones because you only have certain amount of megabytes to use. 20 megabytes is like around 7, maybe 10 seconds of video. So it has to be something fast, like a clip art, you know? If you want to find clip arts, you can also come to Pexels, and instead of doing photos, you can find videos and you can download them. Or you want to display your virtual showing from your listing and you have it uploaded on YouTube. This is when you're gonna be able to bring it up. And then you're gonna paste the URL here, and then video. This is like the thumb image that you want to be able to display for that big image. You're gonna use the picture of the house that you're trying to display and just upload it here. It works the same as, remember I say you always do the same thing. It's the same questions over and over. You're just gonna add it here and click save. Videos and YouTube videos are the things that you're gonna use the less, because as I say before, no one is gonna spend 20 minutes on your website watching a full video on your home banner. So if you have videos for your listings, add them to your MLS. So they're gonna be on the MLS listing. That means it's gonna translate into your website and it's gonna have a click or a button or a display thingy that is gonna say, hey, come and watch this video. Instead of having it on your banner, because no one is gonna spend the time waiting for your video to load and render and then watch them. Alrighty, that's on that side.
So by adding the video to the MLS, it will automatically.
Yeah, so I can try to show you. I hope someone has a video here. Let's see. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo.
My last few listings, I've been so busy, I didn't even know that I can upload a video on the MLS. I just upload the pictures. I'm so accustomed to uploading the pictures.
It has an option that doesn't let you upload the video. It lets you upload the link.
Oh,
It has
yes,
one of
yes,
the questions
okay.
I know, it says video tour or like 3D tour, and then you can paste it on it and it's gonna create a link, a direct link in here. I will have to find a listing that has it. I'm not gonna get too into it right now. But eventually once you have your first listing and you add your video, you're gonna see it. It's hard to miss. It comes here in the bottom, it says video tour. Alrighty. Doo-doo-doo. There's three more things I'm gonna, three more things I'm gonna show you on here. So we added your home banner, right? I show you how to edit your featured listings and your sold properties, but we always want to display your sold properties and listings on a link here. So when I'm like diving into your website, I wanna go back to it. I don't have to go all the way back to your home banner. So it's very easy to add. Under property search, you're gonna click in this button that says new. Oh, hold on, give me 1 sec. Before that, click on your featured listings, click on your URL and copy this last portion of the listing. It's like / my featured listings. Copy it because misspelling is really easy. I know because I do it all the time. I'm the worst speller. It's true. It is true. And then here on label, you're gonna, oh, sorry, I should say it. Property search, click on new, and the label, you're gonna say something like my featured listings. And then here, instead of pages, you're gonna click other, and in the link to, you're gonna paste that / my featured listings. That is the portion of the website that you need. And then you're gonna, don't touch anything else in here, just leave it as it is and click add. Now, when we come here to property search, now it's coming up as a drop-down menu. And when you click on it, you're gonna have a direct link to your featured listings. This is something you only have to do once. It's always gonna be there. You don't have to worry about refreshing it. It's gonna be doing it by himself. And you're gonna do the same thing for your sold listing. So you're gonna go back to your home banner, scroll all the way down, click on your sold properties, and then go to your URL, copy from the / my sold properties portion, copy this part, go back here to property search, add another one in new, my sold properties, other, link to, paste it, and add it.
You move so fast. Okay. So,
Yes.
Mama, I'm sorry. So we have to do that every time we sell a property? It doesn't auto-populate?
No, only one time. This is only, you have to do it only one time. This is only, it's just to have a direct link to them on your menu. That's the only thing you have to do. So once you have it the first time, you don't have to worry about it. You don't have to do it again.
That hasn't been done for us. We all have to do that.
No, you have to, I done it for you. But if you never work on your CINC before, you have to do it the first time you come in and set up your website. There's nothing else you need to do. After that, is always gonna bring the new information over. You don't have to worry about it.
How long does it take for it to upload new information?
Okay, so if you have a new listing, this is a question I have all the time. When you have a new listing, it takes 24 hours to the moment you put it on your MLS. So when I have the question a lot of the times that people call me like, I put my MLS and it's not showing up on my website. And I'm like, okay, how long ago did you do it? 5 minutes ago. I'm like, sit down, go wait, because it's gonna take 24 hours. The reason why is because it's creating in the page. Like, I know this is a robot, but it does have a lot of agents. It takes up to 24 hours to populate on your website. So be patient, it's gonna take a little time. The only way, if after 24 hours isn't showing, that's when you tell me like, hey, Majo, isn't showing up. And then we will get support involved because something is missing on your website. There is maybe your MLS ID number is missing. It could be multiple reasons. So only if you don't see your MLS number or like your listing added to your website after 24 hours, that's when we have an issue. Before that, you just have to wait.
Okay, we got this. I'll hit you later.
All right. Ta-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. What else do we have here? I'm almost done with your website initial. There you go. The only last thing I want to show you guys here is, you see this unwritten block? This is something Corp created. I really hate it because it's just information for our agents that I don't think it should be displayed on your websites, because this is not for your clients. So come to your website the first time you log in, click in this little eye, you see it here, right next to it. And then in this case, I already done it for Anila before. So just this will say, I'm gonna show you. Okay. Hold on, come here, click on the little eye. You see it has an X, kind of like an X mark on top. Click on it and it's gonna ask you if you wanna hide it, and then click save. I'm gonna show you why. Let's log out. There was a kitchen log out. When someone comes to your website, it isn't gonna show on the menu anymore. That blog is a blog from Realty One to their agents. It is not like, it's not made for your clients. So please just hide it. No, I don't think no one has read it ever. So including me, because it is insane that it's added into your websites. You can create a blog in your website, but I'm not gonna go in detail on that one. So if you wanna create a blog and you wanna become a blogger and start like posting things, like you have to be consistent and posting every so often, I'll be more than happy to sit with you and give you a training on creating blogs. I do have a web video already set up on Rock Future Center that you can use to start your blog, or I can give you a one-on-one class. I don't think it's worth for me right now to go through it, because most of you won't do it. So let's be real. So only if you're gonna do it, I'll teach you. It is a lot of work. It's a lot of consistent. You have to write every week and you have to post it and you have to get images. So if you wanna do that, I have agents that done it. Like I have Arnie and Linda that are very consistent with their blogs and they're very consistent with their news sellers. I will teach you, but for now, I'm just gonna skip it. That's the option. You can create your own log line on your website. Let me see. Let me just go back and open it again. And here we go. Okay, one last thing. I promise. This one is a little bit more complex, but it's easy because you just have to do it once. If you want to have embedded your Real Scout and your Cloud CMA to your website, please let me know. It takes 2 seconds. The only thing I need is your, you. 15 minutes, Zoom call, and your passwords. You have to know your MLS ID passwords, and you have your MLS ID. You have to know your MLS password, and then you have to know your one login password, because we're gonna take a code from it. This is the way it looks, and I'm gonna use Tisha's because I think she already has it. Yeah. This is how it's gonna look. Give me 1 sec. See, here you see this link button. Real Scout is already added here, so I will be able to help you out with this. That means it's a direct link between your website and your Real Scout. So if you're working with sellers, they can come straight here. Oh. And then I can try to find a San Ramon, and there you go. You see how it goes straight to Tisha's profile? And I can start looking for things in San Ramon right away. And I can sign up, I can sign in, I can send her messages from here. So it's a very easy way to connect your Real Scout to your clients. All right. So if you want that, please let me know, as well as your Cloud CMA, but I don't know. I think it's one of these ones. Nope, not this one.
So
It's
quick
this.
question.
Yes.
So I've been using Home Spotter to send my clients
Mhm.
to, but I know it has glitches. Which one should we use? Should we use like the one?
The one you feel more comfortable with. I really like Real Scout. it's easy to use. Your clients are gonna be like pleased to use it because it's just like Zillow. The only difference is that it's named Real Scout. They do have an agent app and they have a client app. So you can literally stalk your clients and see what they say. So as long as they're using their Real Scout app for clients, you will get a detailed like documentation of everything they're looking at. So I like it. It does takes a little time to get used to, and it does take a lot of time for you to train your clients to use it. So when you sign up a new client and a new buyer, I would recommend you to get them through and like be like, hey, let's set you up for Real Scout, get them download their app on their phone, and so we can keep them out of Zillow. The reason you get a lot of back end features that you don't get at Zillow, unless you're a Zillow agent, and no one wants to be a Zillow agent. That's
So
the
we
deal.
just download the Real Scout app.
Yes, on
and
your
then
phone, you're
forward it to
gonna
them?
no, on your phone you're gonna download the agent app. So Real Scout dashboard is called. I think is the black icon. And then for your clients, when you're with them, when you're meeting with them, and they're ready to set up their listing alerts, you're gonna ask them to download the Real Scout home search app. That's how it called. It is a
So
white.
the Real Scout agent dashboard.
That's the one for you, and the white one that is like home search or like property search or
Okay.
something like that.
Home search.
That's for your clients.
Oh.
The way you're gonna do it is once they say, hey, I want to set it up, I want to start looking for houses with you, and you want to set up the listing alerts, you're going to create the listing alert in Real Scout. That is a completely different class. So there's a completely new platform. So if you don't know how to do it, I do have a video. It is so easy. It's literally click a button, comes up a form that says name, last name, client, set up a listing alert the same way you do it. Like if you were searching for a listing on your MLS, and send it out to your client. It's 4 steps, pretty straightforward. The only thing that it takes time is getting you and your clients used to not using a Zillow and using Real Scout. So if you have questions on it, the video is on our website, Rock Feature Center. You scroll down and it says Real Scout overview. It's like a 20-minute video. That's how easy it is to use, that you're just gonna take 20 minutes to learn. If you have questions on it, please let me know, and Leila and I will jump in a Zoom call with you, or eventually maybe next month we do a Real Scout masterclass, so you can get used to using your Real Scout. Alrighty. That is it on your website setup. So if you want to get in your website setup and you want to, the last thing you cannot do on your own is add in your Real Scout and your Cloud CMA or any kind of embedding. So if you are paying for extra apps that you want to embed to your website and they have that option, please let me know and I'll be more than happy to help you set it up, because it has a little bit of coding. If you're familiar with coding, I'm pretty sure you will figure it out, because the only thing you have to do is create a new page. But if you aren't familiar with coding, please contact me and Leila and I will guide you through the process. Coding. Coding like HTML. I know, there is people. There's people that use it. I don't know. Some of you come from different. Yeah, some of you don't know how to use their cell phones. That's true. But for some of you that are you will be surprised. Never say I can't do it, because Arnie has taught me things on CINC. When we started like 3 years ago with CINC, he was like lost. He didn't know how to do anything on it. Like it was a brand new platform. And sometimes he calls me and he teaches me things. So be surprised, because it's just like a lot of time and like consistent doing things on CINC that you get used to. So the platform has so many things that you can do. You can customize your website as much as you can, and this goes for everyone. You can create new pages, you can create blogs, you can create like integrations, things like that. So it is customizable up to a certain point, and is like you can edit your custom code up to a certain point. So it has a lot of like range opportunity for you to like customize your website, but at the same time, that means you have to know basics HTML setup, and some of you don't want to deal with it. So like if you have an idea on your website, like, hey Majo, can I add this? Just let me know. Send me an email and I will be like, yes you can, or no, unfortunately we don't have that ability. Most of you only set up your website once and never see it again. That's true. Like the lady behind me, she didn't know she had videos and all of these because she doesn't pay attention. Great times. But anyway, so yeah, so if you have more questions on like your basic setup, just send me an email later and I will jump on it and we'll guide you through. If most of the things on your setup are done just once, you don't have to worry about them again. And if you want to do the integrations, I'll help you out because that means we have to do a little bit of coding. And I know if I start explaining you coding right now, yeah, we're not gonna finish here today. So please just email me. I'll be more than happy to help. Okay, let's close this one out. As I say, every time you finish working, I promise to Anila, I will fix her website and won't leave it like this. But for now, we're gonna just clear this website and get out. Alrighty, so we're back to the backend. So now that we know how to edit our info, now that we know how to edit our website, we're gonna go to the fun part. Not fun. I'm lying. It is a lot of work, but it's easy. I promise it's a lot of steps, but it's easy. We're gonna do a drip campaign and add in our contacts. So the person who had a question about the contacts, I'm here. Finally, we go back to our backend contacts and leads. That's where you're gonna go. Click on the menu and it says contact, import and export. And now you're gonna see the text and it says import contacts. You're gonna click next and it's gonna ask you for a file. So if you have your contacts in Outlook, Gmail, or a CSV file is like that Excel that is in columns that has like name on the first one, last name on the second one, phone number. You can get all of those files from your title. So if you want a farm, do you want a target, and you gotta go ask your title person like, hey, can I get a farm for this area, this property, things like that. They're gonna give you Excel file that you're gonna save as a CSV file. How do you save it? Shift, Command, or Control S, or Save As on your menu, and click on the options, and it says CSV file separated by commas. That's the only thing it says. It's not gonna download on your computer, and this is where you're gonna bring it. So if you get it from Gmail or Outlook, it has the options at the top. If you get it from anywhere else, you're gonna upload a CSV file.
So Maho, I know one of our agents had a question.
Yeah.
Is my voice bouncing? But anyway, one of our agents had a question about if they would just want to just, let our office agents know. Can we just send them the Excel roster and they'll be able to upload that and make that a group? That way they.
You don't need it because it's already here. So if you want to contact your fellow agent with your listings and like market your listings, I was going to show that at the end, but since we have the questions, I'm going to show it right now. It's very easy. You don't need to add your fellow agents as a list. It's already on your platform. So the only thing you're going to do, so imagine we already upload our clients. Yeah. Oh, of course. Oh, can you see now? Time to bring out the glasses. Okay, sorry. My screen is huge, so I can see it really big right now, but I didn't count on them not seeing on the big screen. So this is just a form. Literally, the only thing you're gonna do is click next, 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 and it's gonna give you the instructions. You see, here's when you're gonna browse, and then it's gonna have a next, and all the instructions are written down. If you have issues uploading your contacts, which I don't think you should have, because it's really straightforward, please let us know and we guide you through. The only issue you might have is that some of your contacts are invalid. That means that they don't have an email address. So before uploading the file, you can mute yourself, sorry. Before uploading your file, your CSV file, make sure every contact has their email address. That is the only error you might get. So the more information you have, the better, but the basics are name, last name, email address. That's all what you need. This platform only works with your email address. Yes, you can send text, but I think that is like an add-on and it's like an $800 add-on. So I don't really think no one wants to pay $100 a month for it. But that would be one of the most challenging things of uploading your contacts. So if you ever upload contacts to MailChimp, Constant Contact, or any kind of drip campaign program, it is the same process. Just have your CSV file or your Gmail CSV file and put it out.
So you have to import, it doesn't sync to your phone.
It doesn't sync to your phone, but it does sync to your Gmail or Outlook. So if you have your contacts on Outlook or Gmail, you can set them up.
You can sync it.
Yeah, I think yours is already set.
Okay.
Tisha's everything done because I done it for her. Okay, so let me show you. I'm gonna make a break in here and I'm gonna show you how to contact your fellow agents with your listings. So you're gonna come to listings and you're gonna go to property search. Dun, dun, dun. And then you see this is like a format that you guys I'm pretty sure you guys are used to with it. It's just like an MLS format when you filter listings for. But the biggest part in here is that it has these two buttons, my listings and my office listings. I don't think Anila has any active listings right now, so we're gonna go and use one of her office listings. Right, so we are gonna have all of these listings here, and I'm gonna try to find, okay, I'm gonna try to find one that isn't pending. Give me one sec. I'm gonna have to exit, okay. Okay, here is an active one. So Anila wants to target this one, right? In Richmond. She's gonna click in this little check mark here, see, right next to the location. And then we're gonna do email. And the templates are already made. Isn't it great? So you can choose any one of these ones. They are customizable. So imagine you wanna use this one that is, I like this one. It has multiple pictures. It says open house, but don't worry, don't freak out. We're gonna be able to change it. And we're gonna click generate. And instead of open house, we're gonna select this and change it to perhaps just listed. Or maybe we're gonna say, oops, see what I say? Remember what I say? Don't select everything in backspace because it deletes the format. Just make sure you do it like the old way. Backspace, backspace, backspace. This thing is very sensitive. So maybe it's gonna be just so, or maybe it's gonna be pending, anything you're gonna say. It has a very specific amount of characters that fit on it. So the more you write, you see, it's gonna enlarge it, but I don't recommend you to go too large on it. Cause see how it's like, you see the picture on there? It's like kind of like getting smooshed. So we don't want that. Let's try to keep it in a normal sizing right here. So that is only for your head banner, meaning pending, just sold, just listed, in contract, new property, whatever you want to say, new home, new construction, whatever you have in mind, you can add it in here to advertise it. What I'm gonna do is just listed. I don't think this has been just listed, but because I know this listing for a while. And now we're gonna see here, you see the pictures. I'm sorry guys, I'm gonna exit out a little bit because I can see the menus. You see when I go on top of the picture, you see that 1/28. When I click on those, that means I can change the pictures. So I can select what are the best pictures to use for my listing. So maybe the front of my house isn't that pretty and I want to mark it. I have the option to choose different pictures and select something that works better with my idea of how to sell this house. There you go. Let's just leave it like that right now. So you can change all of them. When you're changing the pictures on the edit mode, you'll be able to see and go through all the pictures. Once you email them, they won't be able to like move the cursor around. So it's gonna be static. This is only for the edit mode. It's gonna bring the entire thing, like all the description. It's gonna bring the address, the MLS, the offer ad, the bedrooms, the baths. Always double check that everything is correct. If you see something that isn't correct, so maybe in the MLS shows it's 3 bedrooms, but actually it's 4. Just click right next to the 3, backspace, and then do 4. Or maybe it actually doesn't have 2 bedrooms, but it has 1.5. And you can just edit things like this. The other thing that I will always recommend you to do is, we are, I think, the only state that requires to have our DRE number on our communications. So this is something that you have to add manually. And that's it. Everything else is already added there. So Anila has 2 emails because her email address is for the admin and her account is for the admin and the agent. So maybe don't use that email address, but use the one that she wants to use. Anila's, no, I don't remember the thing, blah, 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 blah. That's how you're gonna do it. So just pretty simple, click on it and edit it right next to it. Any additional information you wanna add, you will be able to add it like this is a Word document. You see? No, that's the only thing you can. The template is pre-made. You can change any colors, you can change any fonts. You can add text, but not change anything on like the format. You can remove text as well. Maybe you don't want to send how much it costs, so you're just gonna remove the text. Or maybe in this case, you don't want to show how old the house is because that's not gonna help you on your sale, and you're just gonna delete that part. Okay, so imagine we're happy with the way this looks. And then we're gonna click on the little button that says email. Now the subject, remember the subject is the same thing that you see on your email when you get a new email that says like, flash sale, 20% off in whatever you're buying, or like, contact me today for more info. All of those things, that is your subject. So you can change that to, instead of property info, to be just listed. Home in Oakland, blah, blah, right? You can say, do your subject in whatever way you want it. And then the way you're gonna send it is you have a few options. You can do to contacts. So all your contacts, and then you can search specifically for them, or you can do agents in my office, or you can do groups. So some of you, when you upload your contacts, you're gonna take the time to set them up for groups like buyers, sellers, past clients, new clients, prospect clients, whatever you have in mind. That is done manually. That is the only thing that you can do with the CSV. Unless before uploading your CSV, you separate it by groups. So you make multiple files of your CSV and name it. So once you upload in that file, you're gonna be able to do, it's gonna give you the option, it's gonna ask you in the process, do you wanna add these contacts to a specific group? And it's gonna have a drop down and you're gonna create a group or add it to a specific group. But if you upload a massive list, then you have to do it manually. So I recommend you to do it by groups. Create your CSV and then separate it by buyers, sellers, whatever you have in mind and whatever will make your life easier. The reason why is because those groups, you're gonna be able to use them on our drip campaigns, and I'm gonna show you how we're gonna do that. So just give me one sec when we get there, and I'm gonna show you how the groups work. So right now we're just gonna do agents in my office and see how the contacts disappear. That's all what you have to do. Two big disclosures. Before sending it out, click on the preview and make sure you like it. That you didn't misspell anything, that you didn't add an extra space where you don't need it, or then the information looks nice and cohesive, all of that. And then once you're happy with the way it looks, click on the little X and then click on send and close. Once you click on send and close, it's gone. I cannot take it back. I cannot pause it. It will be sent out. So I won't do it because everyone will be getting, all our agents, including everyone who is in this class, will be getting an email from Manila with some random listing and with some random information that I type at the end. So we're not gonna do that. So if you're not happy with the way it looks and maybe you want to change something, please just do cancel. And yes, remember I say, always ask you. So always click to cancel back. You can do edits in here. It's gonna stay safe in here as a kind of like as a draft, as long as your one login and one suite session is open. Once you close the session, it's gonna be gone. So unfortunately, it doesn't have a draft option, but I think since the templates are already made and it's such an easy edits, just adding your license and maybe editing the wording a little bit, you won't need to save it for long periods of time. Does that solve the question? Any questions on this? It's really easy. You can use any templates. No, we're good. Okay. If we go back to listings, I'm going to show you the text option, the text listing option that we have. And then I'm going to go to my office listing. So instead of clicking on email, I'm going to do to text. If you want to text, the contact you send them has to have their mobile phone number added to their contact. So that's the only issue. So normally we only upload the email, but if you want to text someone from the platform, you have to go and make sure their mobile phone number is added into their contact. I'm going to show you how to edit contacts in a second. And you can only send one listed at a time. So that's something, if you want to have the full option that allows you to send multiple texts and things like that, that's when you have to get CINC Pro, and that is like $100 a month. So that's a lot of money. We don't want that. But yeah, so that's pretty much it on that part. That's how you contact your agents. That's how you send listings to your clients. That's how you advertise your listings with clients. It's like a massive email campaign that is included on your platform. Let me see. Let me go back to your contacts and leads, and then let me show you. So she has a few ones that we can use. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use this one that it says fake. So if I want to edit a contact, so right, marketing already has a contact. I'm gonna come to here, the edit, because like a little pencil, I can, and it's gonna look exactly like your profile edit. It's the same thing. So then here you can edit this person, add their picture, add their birthday, their home anniversary, add into a drip campaign groups, add into a contact group. I don't know, changing their phone number, all of that you can add it here. So if, for example, I wanted to change this person to be, instead of naming marketing, and I want to name it leads, I can do that. And it works the same as your profile. You're going to do save and then save and close. Remember I say everything looks the same. It's just over and over. And then I'm going to do save and then save and close. Okay, now I'm going to show you your groups. This is what I mean when you're going to have your sellers, your buyers, all of that. You can create them here. You can create the groups first and then add the contacts to it. So you're going to click in new. One sec. You're going to name it. I like to name it with your first name and then the group type. So Anila sellers, right? And then since this one doesn't have a lot of information, you can just go straight to save and close. And they come up here. You might be asking why you want to name it with your first name if this is supposed to be only your platform. Because when you go to drip campaigns, you can see everyone's. See? So you want to make sure you have it on your own groups. And then, so I'm going to click in this little check mark, manage groups, and I'm going to add it to Anila sellers.
You can see everyone's group.
I think that might be just me, but I don't know. It might be because I'm an admin, but I'd rather have it just make sure you have your sellers and your buyers groups set up. I think it's just for the drip campaigns actually. So they can see the contacts on them, but like the groups are all named the same and they all come up because of drip campaigns. But no one can see actually the content on it. It's just to make your life easier when you're searching for the group you're trying to reach. But it's just for the drip campaigns. It's not for your contact groups. Now I'll add it to the group, right? So now that my thing is added to my Anila sellers, the other thing I'm going to do, once I have set up all my contacts, right? Like I imported them, I separated them by groups, I did all of that. The next thing I recommend you to do is select all of these people and assign to a drip campaign. Go to the back of the thing. You see these ones? I highly recommend you to do Rock Future Holidays for everyone. That's the campaign. When we have a holiday like Martin Luther King that just passed, did you get an email from us saying like happy or like commemorating Martin Luther King, blah, blah, blah? That's an email that is automatically made from CINC or OneSuite. So if you want to have that for all your contacts and you don't want to have to go every time on your platform and like create an email and send it out, you can just set them up to ROG future holidays. That's something that we made for you, so you don't have to worry about sending it up again. It's gonna, every year, it's gonna send out a new one, so you don't have to worry. It has all the major holidays, it has all like the local holidays and things like that. So most of you just need to come here, select all your contacts and set it up. It's gonna come from you. So it's gonna come in the bottom, your email signature. It's gonna look like you took the time to put this email together, and I'm gonna show you how they look like in a second. So you don't, it's a less thing to worry, and it's one point of contact that you are using, right? So remember, we have to have multiple touches with a person to call us back. That's one touch less. So you don't have to worry about that one. In this case, I'm not gonna do it. You're gonna see this one that says client recognition. If you're very organized and you take the time to go to your, when you create all your contacts and you come to their birthdays and anniversaries and you add them on, it says home anniversary and it says birthday, and you put the dates on every contact you have, you can add them to that client recognition. And it's automatically gonna send a happy home anniversary email and a happy birthday email for you. So that's another 2 points of contact that you don't have to do. But you have to take the time to go through all your contact lists and add their birthdays and anniversaries. Alrighty, let me show you how the holidays look like so you have an idea what I'm talking about. So they're called drip campaigns, and let's find it. It's called here, Rock Future Holidays. I'm gonna click on it, and here they are. All of them are here, and let's just open Father's Day, for example. So here's how they look. And here in this white area in the bottom, it says agent email signature. Remember at the beginning, we set up your email signature. That's when it's gonna come up. So it's always gonna come customized to you. That's what is in those brackets. All right. So that comes from the holiday campaigns. But I know a lot of you have the question like, well, what if I wanna create a seller's campaign or a buyer's campaign or like a follow-up campaign? So my clients get emails from me and I don't have to come and like do it manually every time I want to contact them. So that is when the work starts. This is the heavy part. So everything else I say today, it's easy. This is when the actual work in CINC happens. It's made in 3 steps. The first step is you have to create or copy the letters. The reason why you have to copy the letters, and this is just a personal choice, is because you want them to sound like they come from you. You can use the template that Realty One has created for you, but like I highly recommend you to take that template, create a copy, and just retype the text. Because otherwise, and you're gonna see it when I open one up, it's just gonna look like you took it from like some random person in the internet, copy and paste it. So it doesn't sound personal, it doesn't sound approachable, and your clients don't wanna sign up with you when they don't see you put the hours. That's which is the reality, right? So I'm gonna teach you how to do that. That's the step number 1. The step number 2 is once you have all of them, you're gonna create the campaign. So it's meaning you're gonna take each one of those emails and like group them into a campaign, set up the dates, set up the times they're gonna be sent out, and then the last thing you're gonna do is create a group for that campaign. And once you have that group, you're gonna go back to your contacts and assign the drip campaign. The same way we did to assign the holiday campaign, that's the same way you can assign that campaign, meaning a sellers, a buyers, a new lead, whatever is that campaign called. So I'm gonna do like a quick sample, just 2 emails, and I'm gonna do set up a drip campaign and a drip campaign group so you guys can have a little bit of familiarity how to do it. And then if you wanna do it on your own on your computer and create those campaigns, you can start, and as you get questions, please email us or rewatch the videos. I have videos already made just in drip campaigns that you can use to like kind of like go step by step and creating your drip campaigns. So this is gonna be a lot. Please stop me if I'm going too fast. Questions? No questions? Okay, don't scare me because I know I talk a lot. Okay, so first thing, step number 1 is we're gonna create the drip campaign letters. The drip campaign letters are the emails. Each email your client is gonna get when they are signed up into a drip campaign. A drip campaign is also a massive email. So we're gonna click in marketing, drip campaigns. You're gonna see them here. You're gonna see there's 8 pages of samples, 183 entries. So I'm gonna choose just a simple one. You can go around, let's just find a seller campaign that has, okay, here. Seller prospect email, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You see how many touches you have? So that's what I say, it has a lot of work. Because you have to copy each one of these 13 letters, copy, re-edit them, save them, and then put them together. The put them together is the easiest part. This is the tricky part because it's a lot of work and time you have to put on. So we're gonna start with the email number 1. What we're gonna do is we're gonna click on this one, right? Check mark, click copy, name it, in this case, Anila, seller prospect email. Why Anila? Because I want to be able to recognize my letters right away because we have the templates already created. So I don't want to be like, is it mine or this is the corpse? So I want to make sure I have my email campaign set up already. I think this one I'm going to zoom in because you guys might be able to see it better. Is it better? Is it what?
Zoom in a little more.
Zoom in a little more?
Yeah.
What about that? Did it work?
Yes, I can't see, that's why I'm over here.
Oh, just bring your chair. Okay, so name it. Your first name, and then seller prospect campaign. You can keep the same name, so you kind of like have an idea of what you, like keep track of what you editing. The subject, you can change it. You can have it as it is. Maybe this sounds a little bit too seller. So thank you for inquiring on my services, or thank you for contacting me. Nice to meet you. Blah, blah. You know better how you address your clients. So that's what you're gonna put on, which is why I'm so picky on like, please make sure you kind of like redo this one so it doesn't sound like you're taking this from like a pre-made thing, which is what we are doing, but we wanna make sure your clients see you putting on the hours. And then the next thing you're gonna do is go to the template and click edit. Anything you see in brackets, see, like the beginning, contact, dash, first name, don't touch anything that says brackets. Brackets means this is auto-populating from your client. So it's gonna take their first name and it's gonna come customized. So you don't have to retype their name every time. So instead of doing contact first name, I'm gonna add hello or hi. How do you refer to your clients? And I'm just gonna leave it like that. Hi, contact first name. So hi, for example, marketing. Hi, Majo. Hi, Leila. Whatever is the contact is getting it. Instead of, maybe I thank you for inquiring. It's a little too formal for the way I talk. So I'm gonna say thank you for talking to me about my services, blah, blah, blah. Whatever you wanna add into this text, you can add it. It's like a Word document. Just click on it, enter, add any text you want. Smiley face. You can use this as a base to start, or you can write a brand new text that you wanna change. If you wanna like kind of like delete everything and just write something new, just select this part. I would recommend you create your text on Word and then copy and paste it. That's the easiest way. Or you can just start editing on top of this. Imagine you're like, you wanna be like nice and trendy and you wanna add an image to your email. Here in the bottom, you're gonna see insert image. You're gonna click on this one, click on browse. Imagine we wanna add this picture of this house. You see how he added it here, and then click upload. There you go, that's the house. And then you might be like, wow, that's a big picture for this email. So you're gonna double click on the picture. You see here when it says width and height, always make sure this little lock is closed. And then you maybe gonna change it to 600. This is a try and error. So you're gonna see what I mean. And you're gonna click 600 and then click OK. And that's You see how I edited? But maybe 600 is a little bit too much still, so I'm gonna do 400. Now, remember, this has to be close. So your picture doesn't look like it was smooshed in the process. And click OK. And there you go. That's how you edit your pictures. That's how you add them. That's how you change the sizing. And you can play and add as many as you want. Remember, emails do have a 25 megabytes limit. So try not to add too many images to them. And especially don't add videos because they won't load. And then they're going to be stuck on your inbox and they're never going to come out. And you'll be like, why is it no one email me back? Because they're really not coming out from your website, from your platform. Now that we are made all the edits we wanted and we are happy the way it looks, here in the bottom it says preview. You have to select a random contact just to preview it. That's the red info is in the top, and then you're gonna click OK. And this is how your contact is gonna see it.
Quick question.
Yeah.
So you said make sure that something about emailing, you said that you go in there, there's no emails, and it's because the platform, you said emailing from the platform?
What's about the contact having an email?
No, you said you may go in and you'll say, why is no one emailing me back? And then you said,
Oh, it's because your emails are too heavy. So you know when you're in Gmail or in your Outlook and you try to send an email and it says is max the 25 megabytes limit, that's when it happens. So the platform won't be able to tell you when that limit happens. But like if you are in 20,000 pictures and you are in a video, that's gonna overpass that
it will
limit.
not tell you if it's not delivered. You're saying.
It's gonna tell you.
Oh, that
It's just
not
gonna
delivered.
say it's not delivered, but you won't know because you set up this and you'll be waiting for people to reply until you come back to the platform and you actually see all the not delivered kind of like banners. So try not to go too creative. One picture is fine. Two is a stretch. Videos are not, I don't know, don't send videos. If you want to send, you can send a link. I was gonna say that. If you want to send a video, send a link. So if you want to become a video blogger and now you want your clients to see your link, there are options for that. But never is to attach the video to your email because there's no way it's gonna send it out. If you like the way it looks but you're still kind of hesitant, like I don't know if this is gonna look good on my email. Here in the bottom, you're gonna see send test email, and then you can type. You can type your email, right? And then send, and it's gonna send it to me. I'll show you guys how it looks in a minute. All right, let's see. Imagine we're happy the way it looks. I'm gonna click close in the bottom and I'm gonna click OK. What do we do every time we change something? Save. Okay. And then here when it says send to, don't touch this. Always leave it in contact. And then save and close. I'm gonna create I'm gonna create another copy for the email number 2, but I'm gonna zoom out a little because I can't see them. Sorry. I'm gonna copy the seller number 2, and I'm gonna click on this one, copy, so you guys can see it again. And it works exactly the same. I'm gonna name it Anila. Remember I say you're gonna be used to do it because every time you do it is the same process. Sample 2, right? I'm gonna go edit. Anything that is on brackets, we're gonna leave it there. And maybe you don't wanna use this because you change. So always read what you're sending, right? So if you change the content on the first email, make sure you reflect those changes on the following emails because all of these are attached one to another. So they make sense because they are a drip campaign, they're connected. So if we change the title on our last email, well, we will change it here. If we added some extra information, let's make sure we mention that information. It's just a matter of creating a consistent email campaign that shows all the content that you are trying to change. So don't go to creative. Always make sure you have you write down the information you add on, the edits you do. So that way, when you create in the new letter, you can have that information added into the new letter. Always make sure you read what you're sending out. Don't just copy and paste it, because that way, maybe you have inconsistencies. So when your client gets your email, it's gonna be like, what are you talking about? I never got this email. Well, you didn't, because you changed the name on it. Like if you see here in the bottom, like I noticed your email signature isn't added. So that's something I think it is worth to have all the time. So I'm just gonna do double enter and insert data field. Data field is those bracket items. So you're gonna click on this one, and here you're gonna go find it. No. Email signature agent here. Agent. Email signature. Click on it and then insert, and then you're gonna see it. How do you know all my edits are being recorded? You're gonna click preview. Same thing, select a contact, click OK, and then you're gonna see it. See? But like,
When someone changes a template file, it changes it for everyone?
you can change the template files. You can only copy them and create new ones. So don't worry. If you change that, if you are creating if you're creating a copy from a template, that's yours. You're the only one who can see it. You're the only one who can edit it besides me.
Oh.
So that's another thing. If you're ever struggling, and you're like, what the hell? I can't figure this out. Just, hey, Majo was working on my drip campaign, and I'm trying to set up this letter, but something isn't working. Will you help me out? If you send me a screenshot, it will be great, because I can see what you're seeing. I will be able to use my master account, log in for you, and see what you're trying to edit and trying to help you or set it up. If I can, I will get support involved. Something I noticed. This doesn't make any sense. What do you mean call Anila? What do you mean Anila call this person? Oh, I see, because this one is gonna go to you. I'm confused too. Yeah, this is just a reminder for you. So I wouldn't even copy this one, because maybe
What you see is what goes to the client, right?
what you see is what it goes to the person is receiving this email. So we gotta check who is receiving this email. Remember what I said you have to read? I didn't read. Victim of my own person. So I have to read who is this email going to. So right now it seems like this email is gonna go to Anila. That's why they didn't have an email signature, because it's just a reminder that she has to take care of this one.
Oh,
Like it's just giving her like, hey, by the way, this person is getting an email.
oh.
Take a look at it. That's why you have to read
Yeah,
all the
follow
emails.
up. That's
Mhm.
a follow-up message.
It's a follow-up for you. So it's gonna come with their contact information, so you can keep an eye on that client.
Oh,
So, but still, you gotta make sure you, once again, read all the information. Make sure you update all the changes you do in all your drip campaigns. That's gonna take a long time. Try not to make campaigns are too complex, because you're just starting. And if you're getting things like this that you're like, oh, I don't know what to do in this one, please let me know, and I'll be more than happy to jump in and help you and guide you through. Okay, let's just get out of this one, and I'm gonna do here, I'm just gonna delete this bottom part, because apparently we don't need this one. And that means in this one, for example, you have to change. If you change the title, the subject of this email, you gotta change it here. You copy and paste the information you send in that first email. Okay, let me just go out. I'm gonna click OK. And then, see, I didn't read, call seller prospect. So the sample is telling me what this email is about. So once I edit it and I change whatever I say, I'm gonna do save and close in this one, because I didn't change anything. And I copy those two. So imagine that's how long my drip campaign is, right? It just has 2 emails. Normally it has 13 in this case. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna go to drip campaigns. So we are in the drip campaign letters. I already copy and pasted and edited all the drip campaign letters. The next step I'm gonna do is go to my drip campaigns. I'm sorry, I'm gonna zoom out a little bit so I can see it. And I think this one is called sellers. And it should be, the creator should be, okay, seller prospect campaign. This is the one that we were editing. So I'm gonna click on this one and I'm gonna see how they set this up. So the seller, you're gonna see, I will take a screenshot of this or write it down because we're gonna reuse all of these numbers. You see here, all of these numbers and all that information that is sent to, that you see, instead of being sent to a contact, is sent to an agent. So now that I'm gonna just take a screenshot of this and save it. So I'm gonna take a screenshot, save it on my computer, or if you wanna do it manually and just write them down, you can do that. And then once you're done with all your drip campaign letters, you're gonna come here to your drip campaigns, click in new. This is the step number 2. You're gonna create a type. And this time is by a schedule, meaning day 1, day 2, day 5, day 7, day 9, all of those days that I said they were important on your drip campaigns, this is where you're gonna use them. So you're gonna do by schedule, name it, Anila, always, seller, prospect seller campaign or seller campaign. I'm just gonna look. And then, since it's the first time we're creating this one, here in campaign group, we're gonna create a new drip campaign group. How are we gonna name it? Anila, sellers drip. And we're gonna save it. And save and close. Okay, that's the group campaign. I'm gonna show you how to set it up in that case. And now we're gonna start setting up the letters. Remember I saved that picture? That's when it's gonna come useful. I'm gonna click select letter. I'm gonna browse the letters. I'm gonna go with the first email. That's why we keep the same format. I'm gonna click OK. And then send on day 1. How come I'm gonna do it in the same one in the day 1? Well, because that's the first letter, right? And then we're gonna do save and close. Now we're gonna do select letter, find the letter number 2, right? And then I'm gonna click OK. And then I'm gonna check on my screenshot. It was sent on the day 2. Okay, send on day 2. And then I'm gonna do save and close. And you see how they're gonna start popping up. You gotta do that with all 13 letters. Once you have copied all 13 letters, then you gotta set them up all 13 here. Once you have them all set up, you're gonna do save and then save and close. It's very repetitive. You gotta do it over and over. So by the time you're in letter 5, believe me, you know how to do it because it's the same process with each one of them. The only thing I noticed here, and then you see how here say send to contact? This should be say send to agent. How are we gonna change that? We're gonna do save here, then save and close, same process. And we're gonna go back to the drip campaign letters. Did I go back? I guess. Yeah, I did. And then agent letters here. All your agent letters are gonna be saved on a different tab. That way you don't have to struggle trying to find them between all the templates. And then we're gonna go to edit that is called seller prospect. Click in this edit button. And instead of send to, that's when we're gonna choose agent. And then we're gonna save it. Only the letters that are gonna go to you, change it to agent. So read the captions and read the content of each letter you are copying and editing and make sure you know who is gonna receive them. If that's the contact, you keep it on contact. It is the agent. So if it's a reminder for you, we'll change it to agent. That's the only thing. So I know it's a lot. It's a lot of steps. Remember I say this takes a little time to get used to, but by the 5th letter, I promise you, you're gonna teach me things. You're gonna be like, hey Majo, I learned how to do this, or I learned how to do that. Because you're gonna be working on this for a little time. Good things. You only have to send them out once. So this is gonna be an effort you're gonna take, and this is gonna be an effort you're gonna like put on maybe nights, maybe afternoons when you have some time between listings, between showings, things like that. Once you set up your drip campaign, that drip campaign, you can use it up to the infinity. So every time you have a new seller, you just set it up to that seller campaign. So you don't have to do this over and over. But I recommend you to do it because those are 13 points of contact that you don't have to do. So you might get a few leads from it. You might get a few business from it. You always try to keep yourself on top of mind without having to pay to other companies. Here's the thing. When you're paying for leads, there's someone who is doing this. So you have two options. Either you put the time and then you put the effort and you create this content, and then you use the kind of like the tools that we are providing you. So like all of these are already created, and then you just take the time to customize them and rebuild them to make sure they match your brand as a realtor, or you pay someone to do it, right? And then we all know how much they cost. They're very expensive, and most of them can promise you anything because we have tried multiple services before. So I know it's gonna take time. You're gonna have questions. You're gonna be asking. We will be, Leila and I'll be here to help. Since we expect you guys to do it, Leila's gonna have a lot of training, and by the end of the time, the day, she's gonna be able to solve your questions without me. But I think it's gonna be a great exercise for you. Or you can always do what some people do. Just don't edit them and just use it. So don't change anything and use the ones that are pre-made. I don't recommend that because of the reasons I gave you guys before. It sounds that is coming from someone else. You wanna make sure your clients are talking to you. So putting a few hours of effort of creating and customizing these letters are gonna pay off, because those emails are gonna look like they come from you, and you put the time, you put the hours, you have a speech, you know how to talk to your clients. Not all clients are the same, not all agents are the same. So they're very corporate people, right? Like they just talk like, thank you for visiting my website, I appreciate blah, 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 blah. But maybe you aren't that kind of person, and your clients will notice that you're using someone else to contact them. And that's gonna reflect wrong on you because they're not hiring a company, they're hiring you. So that's pretty much it. I told you guys were a lot of steps. The only step that is missing is setting up your campaign to send out to your client. And that's literally 2 buttons. You're gonna select the client and select the drip campaign group, and it's gone. You don't have to do anything else. I'll show you in a second. So for the ones who want to take the time to do this and to contact your clients, start letter by letter. Don't try to do 13 letters in a row. Start 1 letter at a time, get used to, ask questions. Then once you have your letters, go for the step 2, which is create your campaign. So take a screenshot of that like template campaign that it has all the dates, that it has kind of like the format that you're gonna use to create your drip campaign. When you get there, if you have questions, of course, email us. Hey, I was trying to set up my campaign, but I forgot what button to click, or I forgot what to say, or things like that. Rewatch the videos if you want to. It's a lot of time of me talking. I talk fast, so you can put me even in fast forward. I'll be talking faster. It's great. And once you have all your campaign set up, just go to your contacts and start sending them out. I know. Don't look at me with that face that are like, Majo, what do you mean? This is a lot. Why don't you do it for me? I wish I could do it for you, but I don't have your language. Not like my accent, no, but your language, like how you talk to your clients. But it will pay off, I promise. Because you're always gonna be on top of your clients. That is the only way you can keep your clients contacting you. And I'm telling you this because now that I working for another company and I switch industries, that's how they do it. And now they do a completely different business. So it's proven, it works. It's not just me telling real estate agents to like, hey, this is how we do it. No, it's being proven and it works cross industries. So I know it's a lot. Ask questions. I'm here. Layla's here. She will, if she doesn't know, she will ask me. Take the time, get some cookies. I love cookies, so that's why I always say, get cookies, do it with just sit down on your computer, do one letter at a time, and just make sure to put your signature on it. Not your signature like your email signature, but like your personal signature as how you as a realtor talk to your clients and how do you think they will react the best out of an email that's coming out for you. One time, I promise you, it's one time effort and you will see the results. I don't recommend you to create thousands of drip campaigns because it's a lot of time and you guys have a lot of things to do. You have to go to listings, you got to go to showings, you got to do, I don't know, many things, be with your family. So if you want, just create the two basic ones. You need sellers and you need buyers. So create the two basic ones, take the time, the templates I already created. This template that I chose to show you today has 13 points, but their templates, I only have 5. So if you think you don't need a 13-point drip campaign, just choose the one that has 5. Just step by step, just ask me any questions. What else can I say? Don't feel overwhelmed. Don't talk as fast as me. No, I'm kidding. Just do it. Yes, it is. So for anyone that wants to embed things on your website, come directly to me. Send me an email and I'll guide you through and I'll help you out because that's a lot of HTML coding that I know you guys not gonna learn.
Already know.
You're not gonna learn. You're not even gonna notice when I do it because she hasn't noticed that I embedded a lot of things on her website.
You did. I'm so happy. Thank you.
So anything that comes up in your mind or like how you think your website could be done better or do better, just let me know and we will be able to have the answer. Like sometimes I don't think we can do things and then I contact support and they're like, yes, we can do it. I'm like, oh, can you teach me how? And we offer those things for you guys. So you always have your website kind of like current and like something that people, when they come to see it, they're like, oh, this person put the hours. They take the time to create something that is useful, something that I can use, something that is easy, understandable. So that's one of the biggest things. So let me show you one last thing before wrapping up. Let me just save and close here. And then the last thing, this is how you're gonna set up your drip campaign to go out to your contacts. You're gonna go back to your contacts and leads, select the client that you wanna send it out, assign drip campaign, and go find yourself Anila's seller's drip and click apply. That's it. I told you, it was 2 buttons. That's all what you have to do. So any questions? Doesn't matter if it was.
First appointment. Let's see you next.
Sure. Well, that's the only thing. I won't do the campaigns for you. You have to write them out and you have to try to put them together. Because remember now I only do consulting for us because I have another full-time job. And so before I used to take the time to sit with you guys for hours and teach you how to do it step by step, which is why we made this class. Now you have to try to put the hours and you have to try to write your letters, or if you have a specific questions, please ask them. I'll be able to help you out like that way, but I won't be able to do like a personalized one-on-one meeting because I don't have enough time during the day to do both jobs and meeting you guys. So just one little maho, too many things. But yeah, I think that's it. I know it's a lot, try to process. If tomorrow you have questions, just send me an email and I'll be able to help you. Any question, any like specific questions?
Yeah, I
Do you want to check the chat?
People on the Zoom. But sorry if I forgot about you guys. I promise I didn't mean to. I don't see any questions in the chat.
That's why I came in.
No, we're good. Did I talk too fast? Did I give you a lot? It's a lot. Yes, thank you. Okay.
That was a lot of information, but thank you.
I know. That's
You have some snacks.
okay, so we're gonna post this. It's gonna take a few hours to be posted.
Max?
No,
Snacks.
snacks.
Oh, snacks.
Snacks for the people who are
I'm
here.
sorry, I'm deaf.
Me too, don't worry. You're welcome, Ken. Okay, so
I was right. Matt, right?
Yeah.
It's over.
I know what's going on here, you guys.
No, there's.
I'm sorry to interrupt. Go ahead. Go ahead.
She's saying if you want snacks.
I know, I heard snacks and I also heard Matt, so it's like stereo.
I see. Okay, you guys are more than welcome to stay. People from Zoom, we'll be posting this again. You can rewatch it. There are videos on the One University that you can watch that are made from Corp. I try to kind of explain them in my fast way to talk, but I explain it a little bit more detail. But if you have any questions, please let me know. And then we'll be posting this one on our Facebook group, and we will be posting it on our RG Future Center. It's gonna be called One Suite or dash CINC Masterclass, and you can rewatch it. I promise you, cookies will make everything better. Alrighty, thank you guys. Bye.
Bye.
Where are they?
Where are you?
Where are they? Oh, the Unistec. Out the Unistec.
Okay.
Goodbye, guys. Oh, I have a there you go.
I'm so much better.
Yes, I am finding how. And